Subreddit r NoSleep. Username you lost in the shadows. Title: I think something evil is stalking me. Hey Reddit, I've always considered myself pretty level-headed, rational even, but recently things have gotten so strange that I'm starting to question my own sanity. It began a couple of months ago. At first I thought I was just seeing things. Shadows, moving in the corner of my eye or whispers barely audible. But soon I started noticing something specific. A tall, gaunt man with hollow eyes and an unsettling grin, standing silently in corners or at the end of hallways. He never moves or speaks, just watches me with that chilling smile. At first, he was distant, just lurking in the background, but lately, he's gotten closer. Much closer. Now, he often stands directly behind me. I see his reflection clearly in mirrors and windows, his grin wider each day, as if he's enjoying my growing fear. Things escalated dramatically last week. I woke up with deep scratches all over my body, and yesterday morning, there were bruises around my wrists, as if someone had grabbed me tightly in my sleep. The most terrifying discovery came when I checked my phone. I found pictures of myself sleeping, each photo closer and clearer. In the last picture, the smiling man was leaning directly over my bed. Today, as I cleaned my apartment, I moved a bookshelf and discovered something horrifying, a hidden door in the wall that I'd never noticed before. I opened it, and what I saw made my heart stop. Inside was a tiny room, walls covered in hundreds of photos of me, taken secretly from angles that seemed impossible. Among the photos were scattered notes, all repeating the same disturbing phrase. He sees me. Soon he'll see nothing else. I have no idea what's happening. Has anyone experienced something like this? Is something evil truly stalking me, or am I completely losing my mind? Please help. I don't think I have much time left. Update. Hey everyone, I'm still here 2 days later. Thanks to all who reached out and offered advice. I've decided I can't just sit here and wait for whatever this thing is to destroy me. I've started fighting back. I've set up cameras around my apartment and secured the place as much as possible. Last night, I caught footage of something genuinely terrifying. It showed the gaunt figure standing motionless next to my bed as I slept. But the moment I stirred awake, it vanished into thin air. This thing is real, and I know now it's afraid of being confronted. Tonight, I'm staying awake, armed and ready. I refuse to let this monster take control of my life. I'll keep you posted. Wish me luck. Update. It's the next morning, and it's over. Or at least, I thought it would be. Last night, the figure appeared again, stepping from the shadows closer, and more real than ever. But this time, I was prepared. I confronted it directly, shouting for it to leave me alone. It lunged at me, and adrenaline surged through my veins. I fought back with everything I had, and somehow, I managed to kill it. But here's the terrifying part. Its body didn't vanish. It's still here, lying motionless on my floor, twisted and eerily tangible. I expected it to dissolve or fade away like before, but it hasn't. Hours have passed, and nothing has changed. I'm waiting, desperately hoping it'll disappear, but the body remains disturbingly real. I don't know what to do now. What if someone finds it? What if it's actually human? I'm starting to wonder if I've made a terrible mistake. Update. Hey Reddit, it's the next morning. I couldn't stand seeing that thing's body anymore, so I moved it into the closet. I hoped hiding it away would ease my mind, but last night proved otherwise. Just after midnight, I woke up feeling an intense chill and realized immediately something was terribly wrong. My closet door was still closed, untouched, but the air felt heavier, oppressive, suffocating. When I sat up, I saw him again, the gaunt figure standing motionless at the foot of my bed, that grotesque grin wider than ever, his hollow eyes filled with a malicious gleam. Terrified, I turned on my bedside lamp, but the creature didn't vanish this time. Instead, it took a slow, deliberate step toward me. My heart pounded in my chest as I backed away, pressing myself against the headboard. "You're not real," I screamed, but the monster only tilted its head slightly, as if amused by my desperation. Eventually, after what felt like hours of tense silence, it slowly retreated into the darkness, leaving me alone again, shaken, traumatized, and utterly confused. I've checked the closet multiple times since then, and the body is still there, untouched. Now, I'm left questioning everything. How can this thing haunt me when its physical form is clearly still here? What does it want from me? I'm exhausted, terrified, and desperately seeking answers. Update. It's been 3 days since my last update, and I wanted to say thank you, everyone, for your support and comments. Following your advice, I finally saw a doctor. They listened carefully, seemed genuinely concerned, and prescribed me medication that's supposed to help with hallucinations and anxiety. I've been taking the medication for a couple of days now, and honestly, it's made a huge difference. I haven't seen the monster since starting the meds, and my apartment feels safer again. The oppressive air is gone. I can sleep without waking up in a panic. But there's one lingering issue. The closet. There's a foul stench now, thick and putrid, leaking out from behind the door like something rotting in the dark. It's getting worse each day. I've tried spraying air fresheners, even taping the edges of the door shut, but nothing helps. The smell seeps through everything. I can barely eat. I gag every time I walk past it. I haven't opened the closet since I stuffed the body inside. I can't bring myself to do it. Sometimes I think I hear sounds behind the door, shifting, breathing, a faint scratching, like fingernails on wood. The medication is helping, but not enough to make me open that door. Update. Everyone, I'm shaking. It's 2 days later, and my mom came to visit today. She looked worried the second I opened the door. She barely said hello before blurting out, "Have you heard from your dad? He said he was coming to check on you a few days ago, but he never came home. He's not answering his phone. I haven't heard from him since." I told her no. I hadn't seen or heard from him. She looked pale and confused, muttering something about how he was supposed to be here 2 days ago. She stepped into the apartment, wrinkling her nose almost instantly. "What is that smell?" she asked, her voice low and cautious. I tried to distract her, offered her coffee, told her the plumbing was acting up, but she wasn't listening. Her eyes locked on the closet. She walked over to it like she was in a trance. My heart was pounding. I wanted to stop her, scream, cry, anything, but I couldn't move. She opened the door. She screamed. It echoed through the whole apartment, sharp and shattering. She dropped to her knees, sobbing. I stepped forward slowly, every part of me trembling. Inside the closet was my dad, his body, contorted, cold, and lifeless. His face was twisted in a frozen mask of horror, eyes wide open, mouth agape as if caught mid-scream. There were bruises around his neck, defensive wounds on his arms, but that wasn't all I saw. Standing above him, smiling wide in the dark, was the monster, hollow eyes fixed on me, arms dangling, grinning. Only I could see it. It slowly raised one finger to its lips, shh, and took a step backward into the shadows. My mum just kept crying, completely unaware of the thing looming above her. I wanted to say something, to explain, but no words came. She called the police. They're on their way now. I don't know what I'll tell them. I don't even know what's real anymore, but I know this. It's not over, and I don't think it ever will be. Final update. This will be my last update. Me and my mum got into an argument right after she called the police. She said I needed help, that I had to go back to the doctor, to a hospital even. She looked at me like I was something broken, something dangerous. I snapped. I yelled. I told her to get out of my room, to leave me alone. I slammed the door behind her and locked it. My thoughts were a mess. Flashes of the closet, of my dad, that thing with the grin. Every creak in the walls made me jump. I just wanted to breathe. Just a moment to pull myself together. A few minutes passed. Then I heard it. Panic. Terror. My mum's voice, screaming from the other side of the door. "Help me! Please! He's here! He's trying to kill me!" The banging was frantic, her fists slamming against the wood like she was trying to break through it. My heart stopped. My body went cold. I leapt up, fumbled with the lock, hands shaking. I flung the door open. The hallway was empty. No sign of her. No sound. Just silence. And then, out of the dim light, the monster stepped forward. He was weaker now, faded, his edges blurred, like smoke struggling to hold form. Maybe it was the meds that made him weaker, but the eyes, those awful, hollow eyes, and that grin were the same. I didn't think. I just reacted. I screamed and threw myself at it. We crashed to the floor. It hissed and clawed at me, but it was struggling. I could feel it. It was losing its grip. My hand found something solid, my old desk lamp. I raised it high and brought it down with everything I had. A sickening crack. And then, nothing. No monster. Just my mum. She was lying on the floor, blood spreading from her head, eyes wide and unblinking. I dropped the lamp, fell to my knees. The police are still on their way. I don't know what I'm going to say when they arrive. I don't know what's real anymore. Maybe the monster was never real. But if that's true, then what did I kill?